floor here at the Davenport River Center is quiet now. But when the Quad City Rollers bring their hard-hitting brand of excitement to this facility, this place rocks. Skating in the bouts and hearing the cheering crowds is the glam part of being a skater. Being a member in a roller derby league requires hours and hours of practice, sacrifice, and commitment. So I just have one question for you. Do you have what it takes to be a Quad City Roller?
We have two different teams in our league, A team and a B team, our Rock Island Line and our Riverbend Bombers.
It's completely run by us. We're a nonprofit organization and I have a great time playing. I recommend that you join our team. We just became an apprentice of the WIFTA, which is the Women's Flat Track Derby Association. So we have an awesome opportunity to skate with some really amazing women, and I hope that you can join us.
Do you have what it takes to be a Quad City Roller? I'm Go-Go Berserk, number 40, alternate captain of the Quad City Rollers Rock Island Line. That's our B squad. I've been a Quad City Roller for 2.5, probably a little more than 2.5 years now. Started attending a couple of practices just to watch, didn't buy any gear right away. I just wanted to observe and see what this current flat track situation was like and understand it better before I dove in and really contemplated if it was something I could do, and I had a lot of encouragement from my family to get involved, so I kind of needed my own outlet and my own sport, my own little thing to do, and so I bought my gear, I started coming to practice. I have not been the same person ever since, and that's a good thing. I think my favorite thing about roller derby is that so many women of every shape and size imaginable, from every walk of life, has been able to step into this sport and find a home here and find a new, what we call a derby family. We offer about 4 practices a week. I am at minimum at 2 of those practices each week, sometimes more depending on what my personal schedule is like.
Hi, my name is Tallulah, number 10. Two-Fist Tallulah, number 10. My real name is Amy Johnson. I moved to the Quad Cities a little over a year ago, and roller derby has brought me an opportunity to get involved in my community and in a fun sport with just a bunch of girls. See, I began practicing March 27th. Ever since then, I've squeezed in 3 practices per week so that I could make my 20 required practices to become a league member by my 41st birthday. That's right, ladies, I'm 41 years old. If I've got what it takes, so do you. Do you have what it takes to be a Quad City Roller?
My name is Susie Spew. I'm with the Quad City Rollers. I've been skating for 3 years. I am on the A team, which is the Bombers. My favorite part of derby is the friends that we make. It's kind of like a family. I like the athleticism. I have 3 boys, so it's kind of my outlet as well, and it keeps me in good shape.
My name is Bootius Maximus, or Lisa. I have been a Quad City Roller for a year and a half, almost 2 years. I decided to become a Derby girl because I was turning 30 and I needed a hobby that was specifically for me. I have 2 children and I am married, so I wanted something that I would enjoy that would be my thing. My favorite thing about roller derby is the camaraderie, along with the fact that anyone, shape, size, age, anything, it doesn't matter. Anyone can be a roller girl. The worst thing is probably the massive amounts of heat that we have to endure during practice. Practice 2 to 3 times a week, depending on the week, for 2 hours at a time.
You have what it takes to be a Quad City roller. I'm Dee McChesney.
How long have you been a Quad City?
Let's see, this is my 7th practice, about 2 weeks now.
Okay.
Why do I want to be a derby girl? Looks fun, challenging, party time.
Your favorite thing about roller derby?
I would have to say so far the girls. The girls are a lot of fun. They teach you everything you need to know about derby, and they're always willing to hit you and tell you it's good for you. Tough love.
What's the worst thing about
Worst thing about roller derby right now are my skates. I'm gonna blame my speed on my skates because I just got new skates. Not really, I'm actually slow, but that would be my problem right now. It takes a while to build up to the speed to everybody else, and so I'm the slow one right now.
How often do you practice?
I go out skating every day, outdoors most time, but I try to make it to every single practice.
That was a really good jam. It was fast. Everybody kept moving. And I saw black working to try to get their jammer through, and I saw white doing kind of the same thing. But yeah, one of the things that's going to help you guys is like learning to play super fast. And the minute you guys can stop that on a dime, we're going to go fast and bring it down to almost a stop. You'll really screw with some games. We've done it fast and we've seen a lot. We're being able to go from almost at a standstill to 100%, just like we do with shoulder.
Hi, my name's the Pink Taco. I'm the captain of the Quad City Rollers. I've been a Quad City roller for about 4 years. The reason why I became a derby girl is because I wanted something for myself. I wanted something fun that was different. I'm not really the scrapbooking type or volleyball. I really wanted to do something that was sports-minded, athletic, and aggressive, and I kind of got that with roller derby. My favorite thing about the athleticism and the sportsmanship that's involved. I really like, I'm a very competitive person, and roller derby really brought that out in me. The thing about derby is the injuries. I could say from experience that those are probably the downfall of roller derby, because you can't, sometimes you're out skating for a while. I'm out for 3 months because I broke a couple ribs, and I also got a concussion. I've hurt my ankle before and my back, so that's by far the worst thing, because you can't do what you love when you're injured. I recommend everybody come and see a roller derby. It's really fun to watch. We don't get paid for this, so it's kind of, you know, we love the fan support and the community support. This is really athletic. We train hard. We're athletes, so I recommend everybody come out and at least see it once. It is fun, and it can get crazy sometimes.
So my name is Melanie Mcmullen. I've been a Quad City roller since March, so about 3-4 months. My derby name is Lunatic Cringe, number 242. My favorite thing about derby, the reason that I joined derby, was the camaraderie and the exercise that it provided. And I'd say that the worst thing is the smell of my pads, trying to keep those clean. I come to practice 2 times, if not 3 times a week. I'd like to come more, but schedules do exist and what it takes to be a Quad City roller. I think it just takes determination and a willingness to give it all, try your best, and that's one thing that these girls out here won't let you quit if you don't quit on yourself.
That was another really good jam. You guys were working hard, you were communicating, you were talking. One of the things that happened, concealed carry got out first, but did not get lead. So she's still going around and making her slow pass. In the process, Mondo got through eventually and did get lead. Probably what she should have done right then is just go ahead and called it, rather than let Rhonda get any points in her scoring times. Because what's going to happen then, Rhonda got points, and then for Mondo to even get a wash, then she had to score that many points. So if you're second, but you still get lead, you need to know where that other jammer's at, because if she starts hitting the pack and scoring points, you need to stop it as soon as possible.
I'm Hannibal Nixon, 319 for the Quad City Rollers Riverbend Bombers, and I've been skating since 2009. I joined because I was new to the area and I wanted a group of women that was empowering and embraced all shapes, sizes, and backgrounds, and I definitely found it with the rollers. It gives every woman an outlet to meet social people and to have fun, and we're always looking for new members, and it embraces everybody. So definitely, if anyone wants to come and try out, we're more than welcome to have you.
Jammers in the pack. Nice. Racing back. Nice.
Hi, I'm Betty Busta Buns. I've been skating for 10 months, and I got into skating because a coworker of mine was on the team, and she just one day came up to me and said, you can have all my used gear, let's go to a practice. So my motto is to try everything at least once. So I went to practice and fell in love and been skating ever since. My favorite thing about it is all of my teammates. I call them my Derby sisters. It doesn't matter what skill level you are. They are very accommodating and welcoming and don't pressure you at all. So it makes the learning a lot funner and easier. I wouldn't say there isn't anything that I don't like about this. I also like probably the contact hitting, because it's good after a long day of work and the stresses that you have, so you can come and kind of take it out on your girls. So it's a good time.
You got the only jammer, Black.
We've got one. We've got one. As long as you work.
Nice.
It takes to be a Quad City roller. My name is Alonia Yenny. I have been a Quad City roller for almost exactly 2 years. I skate as Ella Fino, and my number is 198. And I chose Ella Fino because at the time my son was 7, and I wanted something that he could repeat and tell people what my name was without being embarrassed or it being lewd or inappropriate. So that way people can say, who's your mom? And he can just say, Ella Fino. Let's see, why did I become a Derby girl? It's probably the best decisions I've ever made. It's amazing to learn what you can do and what you're capable of, as well as what's hard to do. Because a lot of times we don't really have to push ourselves anymore. And there's no reason to do Derby other than you want to. And I'm just really glad that my family has been so supportive and let me do this silly and strange sport. Let me see, my favorite thing about Derby. I guess it's listening to my son now and then drop the fact that, yeah, my mom's a Derby girl. Like into conversations or at the skate park or something, or just see how just cool yet normal he seems to think of it as being. And we get to be proud of our kids a lot, but we don't necessarily get to see our kids be proud of us as adults. And I like that. The worst thing about Derby, I would say it has to be the time it takes. Because when I first started, I thought, oh, okay, they practice 3 days a week for 2 hours. I got 6 hours a week. But it's all the other stuff. It's committee meetings, because you can't just come out here and play. Everybody has to be on at least one committee, and most people are on multiple committees because we are for the skaters by the skaters, which means we do not have minions or lackeys to do things for us. We are the minions and lackeys. So we arrange our bouts, we figure out our uniforms, we do sponsorship, we do marketing and fundraising, we do everything. And that takes a lot of time. So really our families are very amazingly supportive to let us do this.
I was actually voted in as vice president, and I just love Derby.
I am the league treasurer, therefore I take care of all money matters for the league, which is composed of the two teams, so I handle the money for both A and B team.
I am in charge of all the ticketing for the league, so anytime that we have a home bout, I'm in charge of delivering all the comp tickets to our skaters, to our sponsors. So sit on the recruiting committee.
Currently, I'm the marketing and advertising chair, so I take our very, very limited funds, because we are a nonprofit organization, and try to get any and all advertising that I can. So whether it's press releases or editorial or an interesting spin on a story.
My name is Astastic. My number is 619. That comes from California, which is where I grew up, and I lived there till I was 30. I'm the second to the oldest skater on the team. I've been on the team for about 15, 16 months. I love it. I love everything about it. The worst thing about it, though, I have to tell you, is the stink, because these things stink really, really bad. I don't think I ever sweated so much in my life as I do playing roller derby, but I just love it.
Taking an Excel class.
So for 4 nights a week, I was out taking an Excel class, so they thought, and I waited until I actually made the team. So that's kind of my own little thing. And actually, I cried when I told my daughter, because she's just so involved, and I wish she was here, but she's not. So
she's the one that's Nana sewing the
yeah,
right?
yes, she is. She's my girl. Her name is Silent Scream. To be a Quad City roller is like top banana for me. I think it's part of what drove me to it. You know, there are other teams, but we have standards, we have guidelines. We're all required to make, you know, certain skills. Otherwise, it's just not going to happen. So it takes a long time and it takes a lot of effort, but in the end, it's well worth it. So I'm extremely happy to be a Quad City roller.
My name is Tan Osotson Harris. I am a ref with the Quad City Rollers. I've been skating with the Quad City Rollers since September of 2010. And the reason I joined the Quad City Rollers is because I've always loved roller sports, skating in particular. And I feel that it gives women a chance to be empowered. And it's a great group of women that work really hard to organize a lot of different events as well as their bouts. I chose to become a zebra, which would be a ref, after I had finished my 20 practices. Not because I did not want to compete, but because I wanted to understand all of the ins and outs of derby. I have found it an extremely challenging sport, as well as very time-consuming, much more time-consuming than I thought I would, and I practice once or twice a week. Outside of practicing with the Quad City Rollers, I do skate a lot independently along the river and in skating rinks with some kids that I have around me often. That's all.
I think that smile is permanently tattooed on.
Do you have what it takes to be a Quad City roller? My name is Iron Rubber. I'm number 262. My name is Laurel Darren. I've been a Quad City roller since May of 2010. What I love about roller derby is it's a team sport. I know when I'm on or off the track, I have 30 other women who have my back. And it's just a fun way to keep in good shape and have a lot of fun with women of all different walks of life. We all have our own jobs off the track. We all come together. We have a really good time. The worst thing about roller derby, I would have to say it's the way the pads smell after we're done with practice. And sometimes if you get hit wrong, you could get hurt. But otherwise, it's a fun sport, and I would definitely recommend it to any woman who thinks they're strong enough to come out here and skate with us. Give money at all of our bouts to a charity that a skater picks.
And I try to let people know that we are there for the community. We do a ton of fundraising support for all of our bout charities. We kind of still follow those charities and help them whenever we can. We don't just want to write a check, because all of our charities are chosen by a skater, and they mean a lot to that person in particular and to the league. So we want to make sure that our charities know that we're not just there to write a check. We put a lot of sweat equity into what we do and giving back to the community as well.
We have a lot of charity events. We've done Sturgis before. We've done just volunteer events. We've done the Quad City Marathon, handing out goop. That's fun. It's fun being recognized and being involved in the community.
The events and activities we do outside of roller derby are, we do a lot of community things. You can see us in parades. So we are out in the community. We'll be at RAGBRAI this year. We'll be at the Quad Cities Marathon, so you can see us all over the place.
The events that we do vary from, well, anything from going to Cordova Drag Strip and racing down the dragway to, we also do Relay for Life and help out with the Quad City Marathon. Just a variety of things where we can be seen and help out wherever we can.
Only thing I really did with the league so far is the parade. We had a 4th of July parade, and that was a lot of fun.
Do you have what it takes?
Do you have what it takes?
Have what it takes.
Have what it takes to be a Quad City roller